I'm Hazel. I'm a chiropractor, yoga and breathwork instructor. And today I'm going to give you some exercises to do for those suffering with neck tension and tightness. And actually some of the exercises are going to be about strengthening, which might sound a little bit counterintuitive, particularly if you feel like you've just got lots of tension. But actually, the way the upper back works is we actually need to get some muscles to wake up and turn on to allow other muscles to turn off. So one of the main problems with discomfort, tension up here, is that our upper tracts are hypertonic, they're overactive. And to get them to be less active, we have to get our lower shoulder stabilizers, the muscles lower down here, to be more active. If they're more active, we're actually able to turn these off. So initially, we definitely want to be getting some movement in. So my favorite are shoulder rolls. So taking the shoulders really simply up, around and down. And just getting in movement throughout the day whenever you can. Go the other way, swap it over. You can take the hands onto the shoulders, work through from the elbows. Oh yeah, you get a few clicks and pops, as long as it's not painful. And just generally getting mobility into the upper back is a really good idea. In terms of actually stretching the neck, I'm not a huge fan. Again, just got to be a little bit careful with a lot of these muscles around the head and neck. Half circles are quite nice, so looking one way, taking the head down gently, looking the other way. As you do this, you could pause with the head down to one side, take it across, head down to the other. But be a bit careful pushing the head into positions, because again, that can actually cause more problems than it's worth. Seated cat-cow, really good one that you can do in your office or just when you're sat down. Breath in and you expand the chest, expand your belly. Breathe out and round, dip the head, take the hands together. Breath in, you expand, open, spread the fingers, spread the chest. Breath out, round and dip. We'll do one more. And then breathing out. I'm going to come to a couple of those strengthening exercises. So ideally you need maybe a bit of a mat on the floor, just something to support your knees, because we're going to start the exercise in a tabletop. So you have your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. I like to have my toes tucked, but that's a personal preference. As you go through this, what I'd like you to do is make sure you've got a little bit of tone in your belly, a little bit of core activation. So what you don't want is your bum to be stuck out. So see if you can to draw the belly slightly in. And the other one to just be careful of is your head. So try not to let it drop forwards. Draw the head up and in. And we're going to start with some tricep dips. So quite small to begin. Bending the elbows back towards you. And just see how that feels initially. And that might be what you stay with here. And after a few, you might want to take your weight off, give it a little shake, and then you might want to reset. If that feels okay, you could start to go a little bit deeper. And eventually you might find that the chest is coming towards the ground. And you may take the chest all the way down. My forehead, nose pretty much touches the ground first. If you want to make it a little bit harder, take the weight a little bit further forward. Again, keeping that core strong. Starting maybe with smaller dips, maybe coming a little bit deeper, maybe coming all the way down. Common mistakes are letting the elbows come out to the side. So wrap them behind you. You don't have to squeeze them all the way in, but the elbows should be naturally bending back rather than out to the side. And be careful not to let the core go as you go through some sets. I would probably say start with about 5 repetitions. Relax in between, have a little shake out, and then reset and come back, and maybe repeat that 2 to 3 times. You should be feeling this around here and in the back of the arms. I don't want you to be feeling it up in these upper traps. So again, when you do this, try not to allow this to happen. Drawing the shoulders down and in as you go. Coming into our second strengthening exercise, push-up plus, and it's the same setup. So I'm in a tabletop. Toes are tucked for me, chin is in neutral. And this one is a little bit more tricky to see, so you have to focus into the mid-back, the area between my shoulder blades. And I'm going to dip the shoulder blades and then push back up. Dip and push back up. So what I'm not doing is a cat-cow. I'm keeping some tone in the belly, and the movement is just coming between the shoulder blades and then back up. Try not to let the head fall down, keep the chin tucked in. My gaze looks just about between the thumbs. I've got soft elbows, and get all the movement between the shoulder blades. So you're trying not to tense the shoulders up. You're trying to wrap them down and in. I'm very specific with this one. We want you to feel the effort between the shoulder blades as much as possible. So a couple of exercises to mobilise and move, and a couple of exercises to start to strengthen. Be aware of your breath, so try not to hold the breath as you do those exercises. Better to do just a few reps and do them really well. Rest, shake out, come back and repeat. Most important, make sure nothing gives you pain. Stop if it does, think about what you're doing, and obviously if it does cause you a little bit of discomfort, you will feel the muscles working, but it shouldn't obviously actually be uncomfortable. Any questions as ever, get in touch. Thank you.